When your cat meows at the wall, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Yes, it's adorable. But behind that sweetness, there's something deeper that most people miss. It's one of the most emotionally loaded things your cat can do. And if you misunderstand it, which most owners do, you could be missing signals they've been sending for years. Let's start with what this really means. 1. The hidden frequencies. Have you ever watched your cat sit perfectly still, staring at a blank piece of drywall, and suddenly let out a little chirp or meow? Most of us just laugh and assume they're glitching or being a typical weirdo. But here's what most people don't realize. Your cat's ears are essentially highly tuned satellite dishes. According to researchers at the University of Toledo, cats can hear ultrasonic frequencies up to 85,000 hertz, which is way beyond our human limit of about 20,000 hertz. They aren't meowing at nothing. They are conversing with the microscopic sounds of shifting drywall, a tiny insect scratching behind the paint, or water moving deep in a pipe. When they meow at the wall, they aren't ignoring you to stare at a blank surface. They are actually alerting you to something they think is important. They're protecting your shared territory, acting as your tiny, furry guardian. It's a profound act of loyalty and care. But sound isn't the only invisible thing they're tracking on that blank canvas. 2. The invisible light show. Why do they sometimes trace invisible lines on the wall with their eyes before meowing softly? You might think they've just got a bit of cabin fever or are hallucinating from too much catnip. But here's what most people don't realize. Cats actually see a completely different spectrum of light than we do. Fascinating research published in Animal Cognition reveals that cats can see ultraviolet, UV, light. Things that are completely invisible to the human eye, like certain dust particles, streaks of cleaning chemicals, or even tiny fluorescent trails left by insects, glow brightly to your cat. That boring blank wall is actually a psychedelic light show. When your cat meows at these invisible patterns, they are trying to share a magical part of their world with you. They want you to see the beautiful, glowing things they see. It's their way of inviting you into their reality, which is an incredible sign of affection. They want their favorite person to enjoy the show. And speaking of how they perceive the room, there's another trick they use that might blow your mind. 3. Mapping the room with sound. Do you ever notice your cat meowing at a corner of the wall right after you've moved the furniture? Or maybe after you've brought in a few new boxes? It's easy to assume they're just complaining about the new layout or throwing a tiny dramatic tantrum. But here's what most people don't realize. Cats use their voices to understand physical space. According to renowned feline behaviorist Dr. John Bradshaw, cats use a subtle form of echolocation. By projecting a meow against a flat surface, they listen to how the sound waves bounce back to map their environment. It helps them gauge distance, depth, and safety in a changing room. When your cat does this, they are making sure the environment is safe for both of you. They are meticulously checking the perimeter so that you can both relax without worry. It's their way of making your shared house feel like a secure, loving home, where you can both let your guard down. But what happens when the wall hasn't changed, yet they still won't stop staring and meowing? 4. The ghosts of memories past. What about when your cat meows at the exact same spot on the wall, day after day, even when you can plainly see that absolutely nothing is there? People often joke that the cat is seeing a ghost or has just completely lost their marbles. But here's what most people don't realize. Cats have an incredibly powerful episodic memory. A compelling study in animal cognition showed that cats remember the specific what, where, and when of past events. If a spider crawled across that exact spot on the wall 3 weeks ago, your cat hasn't forgotten. They are meowing at the memory of the spider, waiting patiently for it to return. They do this because they are deeply invested in the space they share with you. By keeping vigil over a past threat or an old toy, they are showing how much they value your shared home. They are actively maintaining a watch over the family space, proving just how devoted they are to keeping your sanctuary safe. Yet sometimes the wall isn't the real focus of their attention at all. 5. The mirror of your attention. Have you caught your cat meowing at the wall, but noticed their ears are swiveled backward, constantly checking to see if you're watching them? We usually brush this off as random background noise, assuming they are just talking to themselves while staring into space. But here's what most people don't realize. They are actually testing a fascinating psychological concept called joint attention. Researchers at the University of Lincoln have found that cats intentionally direct their gaze and vocalizations to see if their humans will follow their lead. They are meowing at the wall specifically to see if you will look at the wall too. This is a massive compliment. In the animal kingdom, you only coordinate your attention with your most trusted allies. By trying to get you to look where they are looking, your cat is saying, "We are a team. We are in this together." It's an undeniable declaration of partnership and love. And to fully understand this partnership, we have to talk about how they read the very history of your home. 6. Reading the scent canvas. Have you ever seen your cat press their nose almost flat against the drywall, take a deep breath, and let out a soft, trilling meow? It looks incredibly silly, and most owners just take a funny video, assuming the cat is just sniffing the paint. But here's what most people don't realize. Drywall is highly porous, acting like a giant sponge for scents. According to feline behaviorist Dr. Michael Delgado, a cat's Jacobson's organ, a special scent-analyzing structure in the roof of their mouth, allows them to literally taste the air. They are actually reading the microscopic pheromones and scents trapped in the wall from days, or even months ago. They might be smelling the lingering scent of your old perfume, the dinner you cooked last week, or even your unique emotional pheromones from a day you were really happy. They meow because they are literally surrounded by the comforting essence of you. They are wrapping themselves in your scent because it makes them feel incredibly safe and loved. Which brings us to the most beautiful and most misunderstood reason of all. 7. The ultimate invitation. So, what is really happening in your cat's mind during these quiet, seemingly confusing moments? When your cat sits in front of a blank wall and calls out into the empty room, they aren't just reacting to a bug, a memory, or an invisible light. They are reaching out directly to you. In the wild, cats are solitary hunters. They don't share their discoveries, they don't ask for backup, and they certainly don't vocalize unless it's a matter of absolute life or death. But with you, all those wild survival instincts melt away. When they meow at the wall, they are asking you to be a part of their inner world. They are saying, "Look at this with me. Experience this with me. I trust you enough to show you my vulnerabilities and my curiosities." It is the ultimate invitation. They are taking the most mundane thing in the world, a flat, boring piece of drywall, and turning it into a beautiful, shared experience, simply because you are the center of their universe. The next time they do it, don't just walk by. Sit down next to them. Look at the wall. Let them know you're in this together. And honestly, that might change the way you see your cat forever.